in that. I really just want to thank the Novak family for showing up, supporting me. The coaches, everybody, especially Coach Davis here. I mean, he made my last season the most fun for me, and definitely going to miss him. I'd like to thank my parents and family for showing up, supporting me. My girlfriend right over there and her family, her parents are here. But it's truly an honor to receive this award, and I'm definitely blessed and appreciate it. Thank you very much.
In 1915, Guy Chamberlin became Nebraska's first consensus All-American. Chamberlin is also one of the very few to be named to both the College Football and National Football League Hall of Fames. The legendary Chamberlin became the premier end of the NFL in the 1920s and was a player or coach on 4 NFL championship teams. Each year, the Guy Chamberlin Award is given to a senior who uses his qualities and dedication for the betterment of the Nebraska football team. The 2015 recipient of the Guy Chamberlin Trophy is senior defensive end Jack Gangwish. Wood River, Nebraska native Jack Gangwish capped his career in 2015 as a key leader for the Blackshirts. Gangwish, a team captain, recorded 15 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks, while adding 7 quarterback hurries in his 2015 campaign. The 6'2", 265-pound Gangwish began his career as a walk-on in 2011 and spent his first 3 seasons on the scout team before earning playing time in 2014 and becoming an integral leader on and off the field in 2015. In addition to his on-field accomplishments, the second-generation Husker was voted by his teammates as one of the 6 captains for the 2015 season. Gangwish was named the Nebraska Lifter of the Year in 2014 and earned a spot on the Nebraska Scholar Athlete Honor Roll in the spring of 2014. Gangwish received his degree in agriculture economics in December of 2015. The 2015 Guy Chamberlin Award winner, Jack Gangwish.
First off, I'd like to thank the staff here at the Doubletree for the excellent meal. However, judging by the way Ryan Reeves slammed it down, I don't think it should be on par with his weight loss goals. In all seriousness, I am extremely honored to receive this award. Guy Chamberlin was an incredible athlete and a great example of what it means to be a Husker. And to be honored in his name makes me feel truly privileged. I'd like to thank my teammates and coaches and my family for coming, and really appreciate this. Thank you, guys. Special thanks to my cousin Matt for tying my tie.
Last year, we started a new award for this banquet called the Tom Osborne Legacy Award. It was established to recognize an individual who has made an impact to the interior line of college football and a winner on and off the field. And we have a very deserving recipient tonight. Let's take a look at our video.
Few, if any, coaches have impacted college football more than Tom Osborne when it comes to producing great linemen. His legacy of building a strong foundation in the trenches, whether it was an offense or defense, endure to this day. Individuals considered for the Tom Osborne Legacy Award are those who played, coached, or made extraordinary contributions to the interior line of college football. The Tom Osborne Legacy Award is awarded to an individual who exhibited the characteristics of integrity, sportsmanship, and fair play demonstrated by Coach Osborne.
Jim Ridlon has led a commendable life on many fronts, and he has excelled in all of them. On the field as a player, in the studio as an artist, in the classroom as a professor, on the field as a coach, and in the SU broadcast booth as a color commentator.
They're going to look at this and say, hey, you can be something more than a football player. And that'll be a wonderful thing.
To make this presentation, the award's namesake himself, Tom Osborne. Coach.
Thank you. One way to get invited back is to name an award after yourself. So, in all humility, here I am presenting an award to Jim Ridlon. And first of all, I want to congratulate all the honorees, Nebraska guys. Randy White, I'm glad they finally gave you a trophy, Randy. And then it's great to see Joshua here. And David Shaw. David is a guy that I really admire. He's one of the few guys coaching football today whose offense I can recognize and relate to. So I like what David does. I'd like to mention Jim's wife, Catherine. Appreciate her being here. And first got to know Jim more than 50 years ago on the 49ers. And it was kind of an unusual time because at that time they had 38 players on a roster, and we had 38 players back, as I remember, as veterans. There were 30 draft choices, and then on top of that they had 30 free agents. So the numbers were kind of stacked against you. Jim played 6 years for the 49ers, played 2 years for the Cowboys, and his last year, which was 1974, he was All-Pro. I said, Jim, did you get hurt? Because that was his last year, and he was All-Pro. And he said, no. He said, I figured out that I could make more money as a teacher and playing on the basketball team than I could playing football. So in those years, an All-Pro player made about $12,000 a year. And if you're somebody like me, it was about $6,500. So things have changed dramatically. But the reason Jim is being honored was he's a great athlete. Senior year, he played with Jim Brown, and he became a coach with Ben Schwartzwalder for a period of time. But his main career has been in the art world. And Jim actually designed the current Outland trophy, I believe, and he's won many awards as an artist and was a teacher for many years at Syracuse. And so the purpose is to simply recognize somebody who's made great achievement, not only in the world of athletics, but also in his case, the art world and the academic world. And so it's a real pleasure to see Jim after all these years and to honor him in this way. So Jim, come on up and say a couple words.
Thank you, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been very impressed with your city. More than that, I've been impressed with the people who put this program together. The Mancuso brothers are like snow in Syracuse. They're everywhere. We've had a 3-day tour of every every sports facility I can imagine, meeting groups of people like you guys who love sports and celebrate athletic excellence. What a great city, what a great group of people. You're giving energy to these guys and these programs that they put together. A lot of people are extending energy into sports because sports do something for individuals that nothing else can. The young men and young women in our country that share in their educational growth, that share sports with the classroom, really benefit. They gather the focus, the discipline, the sense of teamwork that comes from nowhere else. And I'm proud to say that I've never been so impressed with a community that has merged education with athletic experience. And this guy, I mean, I am so proud to get an award with his name on it. I'm going to brag about this for the rest of my life, which might not be too long, but. And I think it's fantastic that the committee put together an award for senior citizens. I mean, to think that you're rewarding something to a football player that's gone on to do something else. And that's what life is all about. This guy's had 4 careers. I've only had 2. So I'm a little jealous of what Mr. Osborne has been able to do. But this award, I think, is a step in the right direction because there's too much negative publicity for athletes. They need positive feedback. They need role models that kids can look up to and say, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's who I would like to become. So I just want to thank you for this award, Tom. And Mancusos, you guys are the greatest. In Omaha, our Lloyds love you.
Thank you, Jim. It's great to have you and your wife here with us tonight. Time now to honor Randy White, the 1974 Outland Trophy winner. Let's take a look.
They are known as the game's true warriors. The men that battle in the trenches to decide who wins games. No glory of scoring touchdowns. Few autograph seekers following the game. Little mention of their names during the contest. But the outcome each week depends on their play. For this, we recognize the top lineman in college football with the second oldest trophy in the sport, the Outland Trophy. Football's real men.
Well, in 1974,
before you played the Cowboys, you heard it from everybody in the league. Randy White, he's the intimidator of professional football. Well, he was a fierce competitor, and just with that nickname, you know, here's a guy they called the Manster. He's half monster.
Randy White was all monster on the football field. This ferocious competitor played 14 seasons and was named a first-team All-Pro 7 times.
Randy was the Lawrence Taylor and the Reggie White his first 8 or 9 years in the league before those guys came onto the scene.
Randy White attended the University of Maryland, where he won not only the Outland Trophy in 1974, but also the Lombardi Award. He was recognized as the ACC Player of the Year that year with Was drafted, as the video mentioned, second by the Dallas Cowboys. He's not only a member of the Pro Football, but also the College Football Hall of Fame. He retired in 1988, having won a couple of Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. And here to present Randy to all of you, please welcome Sean Olson, the current president of the Rotary of Omaha Downtown Club.
Thank you, Greg. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all the award winners tonight. It's an honor to be up here representing the Rotary Club of Omaha as our president this year. Before I get started with my remarks, I would just like to take a moment. We mentioned already about the gentleman that started this, the late Bob Mancuso, and I'd just like to, he's a longtime downtown Rotarian. I would just like to take a moment of silence to remember Bob tonight. Thank you. You know, I hadn't been to this banquet in a couple years, and I was a little concerned. I didn't know if it had changed or not. And first thing I saw was Gary Java double fisting cocktails, and so I knew that everything was right the way it should be. I also thought it was December 25th because I mistook Tom Chattel for Santa Claus.